Virginia Tech running back in the first round. End of the third round, they get after it again with Virginia Tech to go for cornerback Jaron Hosley out of Virginia Tech. A Hokie who had 9 picks 2 years ago. That's when he burst on the national scene. This year, I thought as a junior, he fell back some. Not as consistent, didn't locate the ball as well as he did 2 years ago. 3 picks only. I think he needs to revert back to that sophomore form when he looked like a late one, early 2. That's why the lackluster year coming off of that type of season at Virginia Tech pushed him into the end of the third round. Ball skills outstanding, 5'10", 178 pounds, nickel dime guy with ball skills and the ability to intercept passes when he gets the opportunity. He'll have a chance, but I would like to see him play better the year you're going into the NFL.
Something in the drinking water in the ACC. Quentin Coples, Thompson, Hosley, they all played better in 2010 than 2011.
And now for the first time and the last pick of the round, only because it's compensatory, the one-time coach of the Oakland Raiders.
That's right, Bergstrom. When you watch this kid, he's a right tackle at Utah. He's older. He went on a Mormon mission. We like studying him down in Tampa. I think he's going to convert to a guard. A couple years ago, Zane Beadles came out of Utah as a tackle. They moved him inside. He's been starting at guard ever since. He has functional playing strength, very experienced performer, and a leader of the Utah Utes. This is a kid that can, I think, be a swing tackle candidate and a kid that's going to eventually go inside and play guard, Mel.
Agree with you, John. I think when you look at a guy like this coming out of that program, the history of that program, the fact that you get some underrated players out of there as well, and he'll battle you. And when I'll tell you what, when Gruden likes you as an offensive lineman, I'll take my chances.
You know, I love these offensive linemen. I want to say that you need 8 or 9 of these guys on your football team. You need somebody to be the swing tackle. You're only allowed to have 6 of these cats active on game day, maybe 7. Okay, somebody's got to be the swing guard, backup center, and somebody's got to be the swing tackle. You only have 7 linemen available most of the time on Sunday. You need guys like Bergstrom that have brains and versatility. That's a nice pick for the Oakland Raiders.
The Raiders. Now listen, they finally got a pick. You know, for about 4 weeks last year, and remember the emotional when Mal Davis had passed away, that win that they had against Houston, it was awesome. They won 1 game with Leckler, the punter, and Janikowski, the kicker, against Chicago. It was unbelievable. The Raiders, for about a month, looked like they were going somewhere. They got Carson Palmer. It's all new now with the new coach, Dennis Allen. It's all new with Reggie McKenzie. Where do we see the Raiders with Carson Palmer with a full year? It's been a while since he's been the Carson Palmer that we remember with the Bengals.
Not only that, we all know San Diego did well in this draft, helping their defense.
Yes,
Phillip Rivers, keeping him out of the playoffs 3 straight years, I think is going to be impossible. My good friend Peyton Manning, the sheriff, is in Denver.
He is.
They're the defending Western champs. And quietly, my sleeper team is the Kansas City Chiefs. I hate to say the Kansas City Chiefs after working for the Raiders, but that's a much more potent division from top to bottom than in years past. It's starting to resemble the old Wild Wild West.
See, you're still an AFC
I know it,
Western
man.
guy.
All
See?
fired up. Those were fun days out there.
No kidding. No kidding. Well, they're in the books. We got a couple of final thoughts here on round number 3, maybe a thought or two looking ahead to day 3. Rounds 4 through 7. The Hardy fans are still here at all levels of Radio City Music Hall. Football is alive and well. We know that. That's why the draft has even made it on TV. Man, I remember in the 80s. What are you doing that for? Well, you see what we're doing it for. We'll be back.
What? You got a dog?
Yeah, he's a rescue dog. Name's Wego.
What kind of name is that?
Call him.
Here we go.
No. Yep.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Thank you. Here we go.
It's the sure sign of a good time. Just right taste of Bud Light. Here we go.
You didn't choose to travel like this, but you can choose to travel like this. and enjoy more of this, and this. It's a new stay. This is Courtyard.
Son, we've seen the film, and we know you are quite the defensive driver. I believe we at Camry have a few things to offer you.
Class-leading MPG, a 5-star overall safety rating.
Will I get a quiet ride?
Just like being in a Camry.
You're good.
You don't have to make a decision now.
Oh, why don't you, why don't you think about it? Huh?
It's special.
Yes, very, very special.
Tomorrow, LeBron and the Heat's mission is title or bust. Then will you serve a hungry Pacers team? Finally, is the time now for Durant and the Thunder? The NBA playoffs tip off tomorrow on ESPN and ABC.
Robert Flores coming to you from the SportsCenter Top 10 room. Been watching the draft all night. Don't worry, we have you covered. We'll bring you the top 10 plays of the night. If you have a suggestion, hit us up on Twitter using the hashtag SCTop10. SportsCenter after the draft.
ESPN's coverage of the 2012 NFL Draft is presented by Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Here we go. And Courtyard. It's a new stay.
Well, we're back at Radio City Music Hall. It's all over but the shouting in rounds 2 and 3. Mel, anything stick out?
I'll tell you, one of the top 25 players on my big board, still available in round 4, Bobby Massey, offensive tackle, right tackle out of Ole Miss. Amazing he's still on the board.
7 quarterbacks drafted, not Kirk Cousins. He's still available on Saturday. That surprises me, Coach.
Buccaneers, 3 of my favorite players, Barron, Martin, and Levante. They got him today.
Bucks and Raiders, you can't stop it.
I know it, man.
It's been a treat seeing you. It really has, Coach.
Great to work with you, Swami.
Todd, nice bringing you aboard.
Thanks for having me.
Mel, the ultimate safety blanket. It's been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. I'm Chris Berman. SportsCenter is next.
Glad to have you with us on this Friday night edition of SportsCenter alongside Robert Flores. I'm Reese Davis. While you were fixated on the NFL draft, we had a couple of walk-offs in baseball, a fantastic finish to the car race, but everybody just has their attention riveted on who's going where in the NFL.
That's right. Last night it was round 1. Tonight it is round 2. Let's get some notable picks from round 2 via the SportsCenter Express. At 34th overall, the Colts get Andrew Luck, Stanford's teammate, tight end Coby Fleener. Our Adam Schefter says Fleener will start right away. Another starter, according to Adam, will be Courtney Upshaw out of Alabama. Selected in round 2 by the Baltimore Ravens, Upshaw leading the Tide last season with 8.5 sacks. At number 54, Lions getting more offense from Matthew Stafford. Ryan Broyles out of Oklahoma. Broyles has the most receptions in FBS history, but remember, he tore his ACL on November 5th. The Broncos took Arizona State quarterback Brock Osweiler, 57th overall, but this is their first pick in this 2012 draft. Osweiler, of course, will have one of the best tutors in the game in Peyton Manning. And the 49ers drafted big play running back LaMichael James out of Oregon with the 61st pick. Adam Schefter says Niners will lose LaMichael James as a third down back. Here's Osweiler with more.
I'm very excited about the opportunity. You know, as a young quarterback, I don't think there's any better situation for myself to be able to learn from, you know, if not the best quarterback in the game, one of the best. And, you know, one thing's for sure, I'm going to go up there. My ears are going to be wide open every single day. I'm going to be writing away as many notes as I possibly can and just try to learn as much as I possibly can from Peyton and John as well.
All right, so here's some other picks, notable third-round picks in the 2012 NFL Draft. Today it was rounds 2 and 3. They'll wrap up the draft tomorrow afternoon. DeVere Posey, big play receiver for Ohio State. Limited time this season because of suspension, selected by the Houston Texans. And then Bernard Pierce, a running back at number 84 overall, selected by the Baltimore Ravens. For more on Osweiler, here's Chris Mortensen and company.
No surprise that Denver used the 57th overall selection in the second round on a quarterback. The Broncos sent out signals throughout the entire draft process that they could be going quarterback at some point early on. They brought in Ryan Lindley from San Diego State and Kirk Cousins from Michigan State into Denver for visits, and a Broncos contingent of coaches and officials